Welcome to Awaken Intuitives Tarot. Natalie here. This is going to be a general timeless reading as usual. Just take what resonates, leave whatever may not resonate for somebody else who might need to use the message. Use your discernment. Listen to your intuition. I always ask and connect to divine source light creator, guides of love and light only. So be it, so it is. And this is the Emerald Papyrus Tarot. Guidance. 1, 2. Okay. This is wild. So the first card is a major arcana, the Tower. So this is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And fire is usually about passion, action, desire, creativity, the spark. And it's a number 16 of the major arcanas usually. And 16 could be significant, or number 7. But the 7th house in astrology is Libra ruled air, and it's about the scales of justice, of karma, law and order, could be relationships and partnerships. Now the Tower is this tower moment, a crumbling of a faulty foundation. Wasn't steady, it didn't have good stability, and it's necessary ending for a new beginning. And it may feel like there's a storm rolling in the moment, getting striked with like lightning, and maybe it feels like you're just getting poked at or sparked, or there's just like one thing that happens one after another, you know, and lightning striking the tower, falling out of the tower, that crumbling of a faulty foundation is the necessary ending for a new beginning. It is necessary change. It's a cycle. It is, everything needs to fall in your stability, in your foundation, just so you can build a much more solid stability ground, a better foundation, so you can actually reach the peak, reach the top a lot easier. It's like there's not going to be as many obstacles. And then you have death. This is also a major arcana. Huge. This is the number 13 of the major arcana, so that or number 4 could be significant. 4th house in astrology is Cancer ruled, and it is home, family, structure, stability, a foundation, and it can be maternal, motherly energy. Doesn't have to be, but the death card is Scorpio ruled, and this really means a death, rebirth, changes, cycles, transformations. There is something happening in the moment. This could just be energetic, spiritual. It could be all together, honestly. And it feels like there's things happening to where this foundation that's faulty is just getting like hammered at, just so it can like get knocked out, because it's happening so quickly and so powerfully to where you're going to be able to start to build that new foundation faster. Okay, Scorpio ruling the 8th house in astrology of death, rebirth, cycles, changes, transformations, endings and new beginnings, a recycle, a rebirth. It's like rising from the ashes to be reborn. Okay, then you have the 5 of wings. Now this is the 5 of swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. And the air is all about the mentality, mindset, thought patterns, belief systems, and even expression. Now, the 5 of swords can be related to one-way thinking, a belief system that is not grounded, that is faulty. And I feel like this is a faulty belief system that you have is crumbling. Okay, it is dying, so you can have a more clear way of thinking, more open-minded, receptive belief, mentality, thought patterns, and words, expression. And the 5 of swords can be self-sabotage. It can be like bullying others or yourself with your own belief systems and your thought patterns and your words and communication. So the 5 of swords being like self-sabotage, sacrifice, just tunnel vision, not looking outside of yourself in a balanced way. So this is related to your belief system. and there's a faulty system going on, right? It's all crumbling. This is a collective reading. This is happening on a collective scale. So it's global, you know, and I do feel it is very connected to Saturn going into the sign of Aries. Saturn can be about karma. We talked about the 7th house of Libra, karma, justice, law, and order, and truth. And Saturn can be about responsibility. It can be very powerful and kind of sneaky. It reminds me of the Scorpio energy a little bit, kind of hidden under the radar, just a little bit. And then it just brings in this powerful impact. And it entering into Aries, which is a fire sign. The first sign is zodiac wheel, the Ram. This is about your self-worth. It's about how you portray yourself to the world, how you lead in your life, okay? Aries, it's headstrong, it is action-taking, it is forward momentum, leadership, kind of masculine energy. So balancing that out, okay? Now we're going to pull from the Desert Rites Oracle. The desert. Barren, sandy, oh, that storm. Making the winds, making those waves in the sand dunes. A ripple effect. There is a ripple effect. All right, what needs to come out from the Desert Rites Oracle? Oh, you have reconciliation with self. Are you kidding? That 7th house of Libra, bringing in law and order, justice and balance, truth, clarity, clear sight, clear thinking. All right, reconciliation of self. And there's this, like, she's in the sand dunes, almost like meditating, and she's holding her neck right here. And so that reminds me of that expression, your words, okay? Being very, very mindful of the words you speak and the thoughts you think. And there's this lightness coming up and over that tower, your tower, the foundation. So you can see the cracks and the crevices and those ripples. On page 41, so another 5. 5 of winged swords. 5 is changes, cycles, transformations, endings, and new beginnings. It can be challenges, conflict. And this is mental conflict, right? The 5 of swords. So it is like recognizing your self-worth. It is coming to terms of your power, of your capabilities, and how you can co-create, creating your own reality, manifesting. Wow. All right. The seeker traverses the sacred journey of soul work as an introspective odyssey, delving fearlessly into the depths of their being, basking in the luminescence of self-discovery. This journey fearlessly poses the most profound of inquiries. How did I contribute to these problems I am facing? Rebel against the ego's attempts at self-preservation, and you'll unearth the truth. Are you serious? The 5 of Swords can be ego, right? And then we have the unearthing the truth, the light being shown down on those cracks, those crevices, the faulty foundation. In this pilgrimage, the seeker reconciles that perhaps they had a more significant part to play in the unraveling than they were initially willing to admit, even to themselves. From this newfound wisdom, we can now weigh our choices against our integrity, cut our losses, and allow those cut cords to unfurl. In a true act of bravery, we can admit that we played a part in allowing those cords to attach or those threads to unwind, and we can make new choices to stay true to ourselves. In this sacred understanding where we take responsibility for our choices, we can reconcile the past and make peace with the present. Oh my gosh, a more peaceful foundation for you in the mentality, those belief systems, those thought patterns, expression, words, creating your own reality is huge. So it's about bringing in this more solid ground in your life, this stability, this better foundation to where you can move forward with, okay? That was the reading, so just take what resonates. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell if you're on my YouTube channel. You can throw an emoji in the comments below as well if you want to. And if you're interested in a personal reading, you can always reach out to me. Abundant love and light, so be it, so it is. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.